let's talk about the big internet shutdown on the, what is it, the 9th? For supposedly 3 minutes?
Yeah.
I've heard rumors about that, and folks, I have to say that I have not been able to substantiate the rumors. What I have heard, and I'm sure Cliff has and everybody that's listening, is that on the 9th at, I believe it's 1 p.m. Central, and I don't know why they keep using the Central Time, but they are saying that not only are they going to be doing the national emergency broadcast on every radio, every cable, every television, and supposedly even on your cell phones, they're supposedly also going to do this on the internet. In other words, shut down the internet for 3 minutes to do their little emergency test, which seems to me like it would affect the financial markets. Well, probably a lot if people are doing anything online that requires money.
Well, it's going to be a huge hit just to those companies like Amazon and everybody that literally track the amount of sales dollars in revenue per minute streaming in. I used to work for some very large consulting service companies for some of the very large software, and we were farmed out to places like that to create software for them that did just that. So a 3-minute cost for one particular company that I did some work for, which was absorbed by Macy's a number of years ago, that a 3-minute cost to that company would be on the order of perhaps 15 or 20 million, and it was just a small little company, and that's how much revenue it was taking in on its online basis in the nascent years back when. So this is huge. The cost on those 3 minutes might be calculated easily in, say, $3 to $4 trillion gross business that is not delivered. Now, the expectation is that the business is not lost, it is merely deferred, and that's how the government sold this. But let me also point something out. Cell phones run on the internet. If you don't have the internet, cell phones don't work because they're a packet system, and their entire control structure is through SCADA and through internet control. So in order to shut down the cell system or to have access to control it, you basically have to have 100% control of the internet if you want to assure at a government level that you've reached all of those particular cell towers and control systems. I mean, I used to work in telephony, and it gets really complex, and I don't want to get into the nuance of it all, but basically they've got to have one in order to get the other because the two are so closely joined. And should the internet ever fail in mass, it'll take out the cell phone systems with it. It's only a matter of the number of repeaters and how often the packets get through before they throw into an error mode and they shut down. So I think that the government is doing something that is very, very, very risky, because now while the internet in the ARPA days and DARPA before that was designed to be robust and a communication system that its whole goal was to survive a nuclear attack, I am personally, having come through the technology business, a little on the concerned side that when they throw the switch to turn it back on, they may get a few unexpected surprises. It may not turn back on as they expect.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. I mean, folks, you know, those of us that know how the internet works, it's designed to be redundant so that you can't do this type of thing. And I just don't see how, first of all, they're going to be able to do it, and I don't see how they're going to be able to turn the damn thing back on in a timely manner.
The turning it back on in a timely manner is the issue. I used to work at the core level of the telephony companies back when software was first being developed for them, and they led the way for the rest of the other industries. It wasn't until we could do the billing and rating that we could get enhanced 911 and all these other services that essentially led to the development of cell towers and the communication system we have now. And that original SS7 software was developed out here in Lacey, and I participated in on that project. But all of that aside, what they plan on doing is going at it through the trunk lines. I won't mention the names of the cities because it would make them terrorist targets and all of that kind of stuff, but there's basically only a few spots in North America where all of the trunk traffic goes through, and these are the old remnants of the Ma Bell system that hang about still in a few strategic spots. And that's my concern, is that I know what it takes to actually fire those machines back up again, and the cycle is longer than 3 minutes. So I'm questioning what the mechanism is going to be that will allow them to, quote, turn it off for that period of time, because if they actually shut down the machinery at these core areas, the cycling will be about 24 hours.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, and that's not entirely good news. That's not good news for anybody.
No,
but the question comes back to why in the heck would they do something like that? Because I can't believe these people are that stupid that they wouldn't realize that this is what's going to happen. I just can't believe that. I can't accept that.
I've been in government, and I've worked in government, and I've seen a lot of stupidity come out of government, so I can certainly believe the stupidity part. However, I know that there are IT guys that are right now excreting the small sharp ones about the very idea that they have to participate in this, and they probably have been screaming for as long as they've heard about this idea. So I'm quite sure that the more dense minion class that actually institutes the orders and tells the IT guys to go ahead and do it is aware of everybody's concern. And that brings up the issue that you just brought up, which is the why. Why take this risk? What are they going to gain that is so valuable that they're going to risk this huge level of cost? The TV and the radio interruption is trivial relative to the actual person-to-person communication level stuff. Now, there is one thing that, in a weird, screwy way, might make it all worthwhile. All of the risk and the potential ramifications of a failure of a smooth restart, okay? Because bear in mind, everybody's going to be all over everybody's case if there's not a smooth restart. And the one thing that came to mind was it would validate their ability to shut the net down, the quote, internet kill switch. But get this, what's also going to happen should this occur? There's going to be an unauthorized person-to-person, peer-to-peer network attempt in the absence of the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, people all over are already planning. They're generating their own IP structures, and they're going to try some of these tests that you really can't run when the wires are hot with internet traffic. So we'll see if that's even possible. And that's why I wonder how what level of risk. They must know that the 2600 group is going to try this kind of stuff if the wires go down.
Yeah, I've actually worked on something like that in-house using basically a wireless broadcast that if the internet goes down and we lose the internet, I have all sorts of web pages cached on my server. All I got to do is throw out my antenna, and I'm broadcasting at 5 watts, and everybody within 5 miles is going to be able to pick up the signal and be able to log on wirelessly.
Yeah, there are people, though, that are going the other route. They're going to try and use the theoretically now defunct wire and shoot signals back and create their own peer-to-peer networking on the copper that actually physically is able to connect them all. There's a whole lot of screwiness going on with that because of the addressing and the switching and all of that kind of stuff. So no point really getting into the detail of that, but it does also present yet another risk to the government in doing this. So I've heard the rumors about the internet being shut down. If they'd actually said we're going to shut it down on this particular day and came on out and told everybody way ahead of time in an official announcement, then I would think there's some more credence to it. But they may indeed think that they can get away with it for 3 minutes, because would you think that your individual connection, if it was only for 3 minutes, was down, or would you think the whole internet was down? Personally, personal internet connection goes down frequently, so I would just assume that, time to go bake a pie.